Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Boys.
Hey, y'all hear him over there, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Friday Night Madness with the Unholy Alliance. I'm going to be introducing
the Grumpy Old Man edition.
The Grumpy Old Man edition. These are our OGs over here. If you don't know them by now, you're going to know them. Up top to my left is OG Big Sam, Papa Colin. And the guy below me, as you already know, is the OG, Truth, Herbs, Chauncey, a.k.a. Two Grumpy Old Men. So, while I go in the background and watch from afar, I'm going to let my gentleman over here take care of business and give y'all a show tonight, man. We'll see you in a little bit.
Hey, what's going on out there? Everybody. Look at here, man. This is another edition of Friday Night Madness. I'm over here with my fellow. We're gonna be Ray and Claude tonight, I guess, with my fellow OG, Big Sam. You know, we're gonna let him finish. We're gonna let him finish off his goddamn Steel Reserve, and you know, we
on Plank Road. We on Plank Road. I'm an Ice House man.
Okay.
That Steel Reserve gets you down in Fulton County lockup.
Yeah, that Ice House ain't far behind, but I got you. All right, man. Let's talk a little NBA talk. More notably, our Atlanta Hawks. Free agency started today, and there's been a lot of movements going on. But let's talk about what went on before free agency. Your Atlanta Hawks popped a pretty major deal. I ain't gonna say a blockbuster deal, but it was a significant upgrade. We traded Danilo Gallinari and picks, first round picks in 23, 25, and 27, and a 26 swap.
Well,
to the San Antonio Spurs for DeJounte Murray and a Greek or Australian big man who I forget his name. It's a lot of buzz talk around Hawkland about any more moves that could be possibly made. Who should stay? Who should go? I'm going to say this. I think the trade, for once, our organization came on the top end of a trade. You didn't have to give up too many assets, meaning folks this here. You got off an Asian veteran who I hated to see go because he was a staple with our second unit, especially offensively. And he has great veteran presence. He's now with the Boston Celtics, so fuck him, you know, and his whole family. But I have an issue with what is being presented by a good portion of our loyal fans. A good portion of our loyal fans feels as if let's go to the accountability word. I think I heard you mention accountability. The accountability seems to go mostly everywhere except for your $207 million superstar. It's the general consensus that he is above criticism, and if you criticize him, it becomes a major issue. You know, you're just hating. You just hating on the man. You know, people use the word hate, really, because they ain't got jack shit else to say. Because I'm always right. But at any rate, the whole team we got to start trading the whole team just to appease someone who makes the team suffer due to his inept defense. I'm going to use the word defense. We already know what he can do offensively. And we know he ain't going nowhere, so I'm not going to sit up here and say, let's trade Trae Young. Of course not. We know he's not going.
You ain't going to say it, but you've been thinking it. You've been wishing it.
Now you telling me what I'm thinking? Okay.
I'm just going by your soliloquy. I'm just going by your soliloquy, bro.
And I
you said people use the word hate, being a hater. I mean, you ain't even like the man having a baby.
Can you tell me what the goddamn cash free is? Since
you ain't even like the man having a baby.
I don't give a shit about him having a baby. Good
I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing about this man that you like, but you say that people say he's above criticism. No, he has never been above criticism. But he ain't the only one that should be criticized. That's the point that I'm making.
How he doesn't get criticized enough for you to say that. So that's a crock of shit.
Come on, bro. Hell, aren't you living and breathing?
He don't get criticized.
Aren't you living and breathing?
Stop it.
Aren't you living and breathing?
Stop it.
You living and breathing, right?
I am one.
You living and breathing, right?
I am.
You living and breathing. Every day you get up, you got something bad to say about this man. He could walk out to his mailbox and get the mail, and there's something wrong with that.
I am one person. Oh, my opinion is that strong. Thank you.
You would like for it to be.
No, you just said it is. I'm one person. I'm one person. And no, I do not hate him. First of all, I don't know the motherfucker to hate him. Okay. With that being said, as a 44-year fan of everything that comes out of this Georgia Red Cloud, I got a right to my I ain't gonna use the word disdain, but to my disapproval of him. And I'm so sick of motherfuckers riding off him putting the Knicks out the playoffs. Guess what done happened the last 51 years? The Knicks been getting put out the playoffs if they went.
Well, so, that's because you're talking to a lot of idiots that only use the Knicks as an example. There's more examples than the Knicks. There's more examples than the Knicks. That entire playoff run. And if that dumbass referee hadn't sprained his foot, we probably would have went to the damn finals.
No argument there. No argument there.
Like I said, my only thing, because I have never once said that young man is above criticism, but he shouldn't be the only one criticized.
Okay.
Especially with John Collins on the team. He should not be the only one criticized.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Here we go, because that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there.
Trey did this.
I'm gonna leave that right there.
Trey did this, but Nate. Trey did this, but Cal. Trey did this, but DeAndre. It's always got to be a but or what if when it comes to mentioning him. But everybody else, when they get criticized, they got
again. When it comes to accountability, Trey ain't the only one on that team that is messed up.
I agree.
Or had a bad game. It ain't.
I agree.
And that inconsistent ass John Collins on the team. Oh yeah, it should be. He shouldn't be the only one criticized.
I agree.
He shouldn't be.
I agree. But nobody's screaming trade Trey. Everybody else with their shortcomings, they got to be moved.
So okay, all right. Like let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
It's motherfuckers throwing confetti. It's folks throwing confetti that Kevin Huerter's been traded. They like throwing confetti. Like they look like the end of goddamn.
Well, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this then. What bona fide, guaranteed reason to trade Trey?
I'm not asking for him to be traded, so I can't give you a bona fide guaranteed reason.
I mean, because that would it sound like to me. Sound like you willing to trade 27. It sounds like you willing to get rid of 27 points and 10 assists.
Well, you need to ask somebody who wants to trade. I said trade him. I said stop bitching up in an elimination game, and whenever and because you're having a bad game, we gotta lose.
Wow.
Because you're having a bad game, we gotta lose.
John Collins gives you goddamn 20 points in one game and give you 2 the next. But the only name that you have a problem with and say the only name that you have a problem with and say bitches up is Trey.
I got an issue with him too.
So Trey is the only one that bitches up. Trey is the only one. Trey is the only one that cost us a game.
Newsflash.
Trey was the only one that was supposed to help us win that game.
He can't hear me from
Flag on the play, flag on the whistle.
The flag on the play is that John Collins ain't being held accountable. But yet everybody, but the only name that's being called, the only name that's being shitted on, the only name that's being dragged is Trae Young, and he the one carrying the fucking team.
Who else calling him out other than me? I don't see too many people calling him out. Hell, I go at it with about 3,000 motherfuckers every day. I don't see too many folks calling them out.
Well, the majority of them 3,000 motherfuckers can't spell basketball, let alone know it.
Hey, y'all. Let's get to the how y'all feel about the moves going on.
Welcome to the Unholy Alliance. Okay,
this is the Unholy Alliance.
Unbeknownst to the rest of the world, that move with Dejounte Murray is gonna change life, and we know it as an Atlanta Hawk. It's gonna change. You have somebody that can take the ball handling. You have someone that can play defense. You have someone that also can create his own shot.
Yeah, to help Lorraine ass out. That was a genius move to get somebody in the backcourt to help Lorraine ass out. Genius move.
I'm sorry. Making the offense better is helping only Ray out. But you see how that worked there, y'all. You see how that worked there. You see how that worked now. You see how that works?
Stop it.
Everything's supposed to help Ray. Everything's supposed to be about Ray. I said that man, in addition to this team, was going to help the entire offense out and help the whole team. I ain't said nothing about helping Trey.
Is that piss or rain going down my back? Because you can't piss down my back and tell me it's raining. He helps him out defensively.
It could be acid, but I got Trey don't need help. Ain't gonna change nothing.
Can I interject?
We all know Trey don't need help.
Hey, y'all, let what Devontae got right quick. What's going on?
Okay, so hello to the OGs over here arguing all day. Thank you. I'm glad to be on the show with y'all. I got to say that real quick. So I just want to put this in real quick. Like I put that comment earlier. I say it's okay to criticize somebody if you have a legitimate gripe against him. I've heard Mike have legitimate gripes against John Collins. I've heard Chauncey have legitimate gripes against Trae Young. Nobody's above criticism. So where I have a problem is when it comes to Coach Nate, everybody's making fun of him and saying like, "Oh, he won't play a rookie. He won't do this. Oh, why Jalen Johnson won't play? Why Sharif ain't starting?" Like, can they earn something? Can some players on this team actually earn something?
Well, you know what, though? All jokes aside, let me say this. My question is, how many coaches are we going to fire? Okay, last year, about a year and a half ago, right before the All-Star break, about 90% of the fan base was ready to murder Lloyd Pierce and rape his wife in front of the kids. Okay,
justified.
Then Nate took over, and he was the best thing since sliced bread. So now we make a strong run to the Eastern Conference Finals. Great. I mean, look, the cohesiveness was there, the chemistry was there. Okay, now this past season starts. Okay, everything started disjointed. Onyeka starts out hurt. Then the COVID shit happened. Folks started getting hurt, this, that, and the third. The team started reeling. Now, I see some of the same people calling for Nate's head. Huh? Whoa. You're confusing me. Now, Nate don't know what the fuck he's doing. But I look down for all you analytics guys. Where, Devontae, please help me. Where was the Hawks ranked that offensive efficiency / rating?
Second in the league.
Where was the Hawks ranked in 3-point percentage?
I know it was one of the top 3-point percentages. I know that.
That'd be third or fourth. Okay. Where we lacked that was on the defensive end. Now, who is your worst defender on the starting five?
Trae Young.
I rest my case. Fire Nate though. Anybody know where Didi at? Deanna, Denise, Miss whoever. What's she at? Somebody got a cell phone number.
I noticed when it came to the defense, I had brought that up.
Has her and Nate had relations or something?
Oh no! I thought you were talking about somebody else. Oh my god!
But no. Listen though. Last season was just disjointed for a lot of teams in the NBA. I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of people went in on the Hawks because they didn't do any upgrades in the offseason. Well, guess what? If you go back and you look at the 4 finalists from last year, that would be Phoenix. I think the Clippers. Wasn't Phoenix and the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals last year? Well, Phoenix and the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
I think it was. It was Phoenix and the Clippers.
I think it was the Clippers. I thought it was the Warriors.
Now the Warriors didn't make it to the West Conference Finals last year.
Okay.
I think it was the Phoenix and the Clippers or Phoenix and the well, at any rate, none of the 4 conference finalists did any type of significant upgrades. And guess what happened? They was all home before the finals this year. Why did they do any significant upgrades? Because they didn't think they had to. Look, I just made it to the conference finals with this group right here. Why not run it back? Especially when you have a group that has a young core. Okay, it only makes sense. All right. So this year we did make it. Okay, so now we're in the part right now where we have made some upgrades. Okay, we brought in DeJounte Murray. We just traded Kevin Huerter today from Mohawkless in one of the holidays. Okay, and then before then we signed the other holidays. So now we got 2/3 of the holidays. It's gonna be great around the holiday season around here. Okay, all right. So that's what you normally do when things start to go south. What I was trying to tell a lot of our loyal Hawks fans is we ain't got to go out there and get the shiny new toy. We don't have to. All we got to do is add in significant veterans who can be locker room leaders and can play a little bit. I use the Miami Heat for an example. Miami Heat 2 years ago, they was in the finals, lost to the Lakers in the bubble. Okay. Last year they got swept in the first round by the eventual champion Milwaukee Bucks. So what they doing all season? They brought in an NBA champion, Kyle Lowry. They brought in another NBA champion, PJ Tucker. They brought in guys like Dwayne Dedmon, Victor Oladipo. Then you had Tyler Hero, who stepped his game up to be 6th man of the year. Bam Adebayo did what he normally do. Jimmy Butler did what he normally do. Along with they have a competent head coach over there. They made it to the conference finals this year, and had it not been for, in my opinion, injuries, they get rid of Boston in 6 and maybe beat Golden State. That's just my opinion. So if I'm wrong, we wouldn't fucking know anyway. And if I'm wrong, I'm right anyway. Now, unlike Sam. Sam's never right.
Quick quote and get rich or die trying. Goddamn it, make your point.
I can make my point when you stop cutting me the fuck off.
Quick quote.
How about you drink your ice house and let me finish?
Oh my God.
This ain't an audition for get rich or die trying. We know the line.
You drink your ice house and let me finish? God damn it.
Oh my God.
This shit should never finish.
Now, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. I'm used to it anyway.
I know your ass.
We're in a part right now where we're trying to make significant upgrades. Okay, we're not busting up the roster to do it. Okay, for what if you got problems with certain players, like a lot of people, like if it was up to Sam, John Collins would have been traded to the Birmingham.
Now, if it was up to me, his damn contract would have been void, and he never would have got the 125 to begin with.
Get out the man pocket. Stop it.
Fuck him and his pocket.
Them billionaire owners rich enough, all of them should get their money.
Fuck him and his pocket with it.
And for the 10th time, because you cut me off the first 9 times when I said it, I got an issue with John Collins as well. If you can take the milk duds out your ear and listen, God damn it, listen with your ears and not your ego. I'm trying to tell you, sir, as you take another.
Why in the hell I want to do something you don't do?
I got a problem with John Collins as well, but not to the point with you. With him, he could ride. With you, he could ride in the same car with Calvin Ridley. I went there.
Oh, wow.
You damn right. You're damn right. Both of them bitches can burn in hell, far as I'm concerned.
You sound so bitter.
This into the right direction, Mike, please.
Yeah. Help Sam out. I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay, so
I don't need no help. I'm good.
We have to look into why these specific players were brought in. Yes, Kevin Herter was traded as a money-saving move, but they brought in specific players for a reason. It wasn't just to get Aaron and Justin. Both of those players played under Nate in 2019 when he was at the Pacers. This is a chemistry-building move. Yes, under Nate McMillan, the coach of the Atlanta Hawks. You have to respect the coach because Travis Slick handpicked him and said he's the next leader of this team. So they're building the team around what he likes. Defense first. That's what he prefers. You cannot do anything in this league being second in offense and 26th in defense. That is a real big jump. That is ridiculous. So they're making the moves to be a championship caliber team. And the chemistry has to go along with that. So that's what we're looking at certain moves. If there's another move, they're going to have to be decent on defense. I didn't even mention Mo Harkless, who is a little bit regressive now. But in 2019, he was a dog on defense. Everything about these moves are to build this team for the future now, and to win specifically. So when I say that, it's not no slight to A.J. Griffin. It's not no slight to Jalen Johnson. None of that. They're going to earn their time.
Of course. The culture change right now that's happening is we gonna play defense. We have the ability, we have the means to put up points. We got that. We just have to have the means to stop somebody when need to be.
And we ain't got no time for no slow development process. We don't need to fire coach back to back. We need to get Kenny. We need to get Chris. We're not trying to go back into when we was in 2014, 2015. It's 2022. Mike Budenholzer, good luck. I'm glad you got the championship, but I'm still in Atlanta. That's what we're worrying about right now.
I mean, you know, man, let me tell you something. Screw Budenholzer. Because you know why? Because part of our downfall was him when they put his ass in the front office, cutting that deal with San Antonio for Tiago Splitter. He wound up being a supermodel over there, modeling all his goddamn clothes and shit. And then he had the audacity with his receding hairline, getting pulled over drunk with a powdery substance ass, to say that he didn't want to sit through a rebuild. And then he tucks his tail and run up there to Milwaukee. And coach a big man Budenholzer I'm okay. You know what? Father God.
Can I say it for you, Chauncey? Chauncey's pretty much gonna say he can suck a mean one for all he cares.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to say that, K-Styles, because I'm trying to find God now.
Man, God has not been part of this broadcast yet, so you might.
I'm just saying. Did you not read the fine print on the monitor? The Unholy Alliance.
He trying, people. Okay.
He trying though. He trying. Hey, look, I just let everybody know what y'all seeing here is actually light worse than what we normally do. So
this is way lighter. Okay, this is the reason why we.
Actually, we being Christians now. We being Christians.
Now, your ass being Christian, I'm being my damn self.
Which is dangerous.
Now, again,
by the way, I have I have evidence on you, so you need to
I
tread
give
lightly
a
with
damn
it.
about evidence. You
can
and
be
that
wrong.
evidence could be in the same place as the person that you got the evidence from.
The evidence of absence is not the absence of evidence.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I don't care. I give zero fucks about who knows what. What that LT say? Can't beat my ass.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, at the right price, we'll send them up the river. But keep going though.
Mm-hmm.
I need StreamYard to get a word
Hey.
and see if we're gonna break the record tonight.
Listen. This whole thing, accountability. Again, when there is weight and lots of it, is it deserving? If you're a star, yeah. When you leave it out all on the court and certain parts of your core don't show up.
Let me say something. I got to stop you right now because the issue isn't, and this is why I got to give. And me and Chauncey have gone back and forth about Trae Young, and the thing is, if you see it from where he's coming from, superstars in the league, whether we like it or not, they're gonna be held to a higher standard. And if you're going to be paying them $200 million, I don't need him to not be trying on the defense side of the ball. You can laugh all the fuck you want to, but that's the truth.
Well, you know what, Mike? Let me say this. When it comes to, I always try to shy away from what they make because I'm gonna reiterate, fuck them billionaire owners. Everybody get their money. My only thing is, earn your money.
All right.
You got it. Hey, listen. Hey, when it was time to get his money, I said pay him. When it was time for Collins to get his money, I said pay him. I was happy when they extended Hurdle. I was happy when they extended.
I got a question.
Hold on, Sam.
Oh,
I just letting it known I got a question.
We know that you got questions and answers. Can I finish? That's the 11th time you don't cut me off. Finish Ice House now. Excuse me, audience. I'm sorry, but we go through this every day with him. We really have to do therapy with him. But no, accountability belongs to everyone. Period. Some of us gonna hold a little more accountability to others than others. The team didn't finish 9th because of Trae Young only. The team finished 9th because of a combination of all kind of shit. Like I said, COVID, folks hurt. John Collins stay in street clothes too much. I was trying to tell Sam that I got an issue with him too. I just don't have as big of an issue with him as I do with certain other people. I had an issue with Kevin Huerter, one of my favorite players on the team. I kind of felt like he regressed. Guess what? The organization probably felt that way too. Now he's on a red out of Sacramento. Good luck to him. Hopefully he can flourish out there. All right. At certain times I had issues with Clint, but I had to give Clint a pass because 75% of the time he got to play help defense because somebody getting beat. Somebody was getting beat. I'm just gonna say somebody because it wasn't always Lil Ray. It wasn't always him, but somebody was getting beat.
You're right.
So
It wasn't always Ray. You got them when John Collins can't guard a guard and get in the paint. You're damn right.
Listen. Accountability goes with everybody. Okay, I think they all need to check themselves. Okay, everybody need to check themselves. Go look in the mirror and check themselves. Here's the first part. What I don't need to hear is my superstar, my $207 million superstar, which I'm glad he got his money. Sometimes you don't need to press in or just say no comment. We should have never heard that the regular season is boring. We should have never heard that shit. I don't give a fuck if that's how you feel. Okay, listen, I feel like I got certain feelings about a lot of things, but I know what to say and what not to say. And what pisses me off is when people justify that shit by saying, "Well, it is boring." No, I don't want to hear that shit. Now I got to refer back to the old heads. You would have never heard Michael Jordan say, the regular season is boring.
Oh,
You would have never heard Magic Johnson say that shit.
Now.
You would have never heard Isaiah Thomas say that shit. You would have, my God, you would have definitely never heard Charles Barkley say that shit. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, we have to refer to the old school because they did it the right way. They're not doing it the right way now. These guys right here actually think motherfuckers owe them something.
They not doing it the right way. That's a fucking fact.
I can speak.
Go ahead.
I can speak at the younger generation and agree with that because we are seeing certain players who kind of feel like their worth is much more higher than the team. And right now, I can say Kevin Durant has caused dysfunction everywhere he has ever put in. Yes, he is a great player, but he causes dysfunction. We have to call stuff like that. We have to call stuff like that out.
And
I mean,
go ahead.
I ain't gonna say that's a fair statement. However, I think he gets a bad rap when he really should when he shouldn't get. See, here first of all, and I made this analogy. I made this analogy when he chose Golden State. When he chose Golden State, everybody was all up in arms. That was such a bitch move. He went to the team that he was up 3-1 on and wound up losing. Okay, all right. Well, I'll throw that shit up. Listen. And I ask people, what's the difference between what he did and what LeBron did? Oh, I'm gonna touch some nerves now. Oh no,
my
LeBron,
God.
no, but LeBron, they got together and no. Example I use. Here's an example I use before I get cut off for the 12th and 13th time. Mike, me and you gonna go out tomorrow. You gonna rob the SunTrust Bank on Old National. I'm gonna rob the SunTrust Bank in Union City. You gonna go in there and hand them a note and rob the bank. I'm gonna go in there with a Mac 10. Should I get more time? Should I get more time?
No, sir.
Okay, then. Same difference. If you're gonna call it whole shit one way, it's whole. If you ask me, all that shit is whole shit. Because now I'm gonna refer back to the old heads. They didn't do that shit. They couldn't stand each other at all to get together like that. All these cats hugging and kissing after the game and all that old shit there. Hey, let's get together for 4 years and go to the finals for 4 years and win 2 of them. Come on, stop it.
Truth hurts. That's the name. All right.
Come on, stop it. Let's call it. Hold on. Now I'm finna really. I'm gonna go sideways again. Then we can get back on topic. Is it any coincidence that when Glorious Boy, Delonte's stepson, left Cleveland, was gone for 4 years, and when he came back, Cleveland got the #1 overall pick 3 times. You know what happened? Them 3 times, the #1 one over Anthony Bennett. Yeah, he was a bust, but that's how they got Tristan Thompson. The other one was Andrew Wiggins. By the way, congratulations, Andrew Wiggins. You just won your first ring. That's how they got Kevin Love. The third one was Kyrie Irving. They come back 2 years later. They win it all. If you ask me, he cut a deal with the NBA. By the way, congratulations to him.
I got a question
for helping out 1,000 kids. Before that get brought up, congratulations to him for helping out 1,000 kids.
I got a question.
Scholarship. Now, going to cut me off for the 14th time. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Was LeBron James Glorious Boy? Was he the first man to go free agent and leave a team? Yes or no?
No.
Thank you.
No.
That's all. That's the only question I had.
Okay. Now hold on. That's how you ask the question. You asked the question. Was he the first man to do it? No. Was he the first? Was he the first man to mob up with some other folks? No. But guess what? A lot of people like to use that Boston situation.
Whatever,
a lot of people like to use that
he was not the first.
Hold on. A lot of people like to refer to that Boston situation. Okay, let's call it for what it was. Paul Pierce was on the last leg. Kevin Durant was on the last leg. Ray Allen was was close to his last leg. That you had 3 guys in their prime.
Okay. All right.
You had 3 guys in their prime. 3 guys.
Who had 3 guys in their prime?
Man, you had LeBron. Who? You Al?
All of them. What you talking about, Sam? All of them was in their prime.
All 3 of them guys were they.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna nip this in. I'm gonna nip this in the bud real quick. I'm gonna nip this in the bud real quick. Okay. Y'all. You talk about Kevin Durant. You talk about LeBron. LeBron left Cleveland and went to a 33-win Miami team. When he left Cleveland again, he went to a 32-win LA team and made them both champions. Kevin Durant joined a 73-win team and did what?
It's the thing is when it happens. I have to.
Okay, agree. And what is he?
When LeBron did it, he joined up with 2 arguably top 10 players at their positions at the same time.
And the franchises that they played for currently they're the franchise's best players.
Wow.
And then when it comes to like just going back a little bit, I do feel like the NBA has to start a narrative somewhere. They was like, oh, he left Cleveland. What's the big story? He'll go back. They do that all the time. And I really don't like to get in conspiracy when it comes to sports because I'm an Atlanta fan. I feel like we need to win and 1 championship in my lifetime. But it's obvious to see they have to have a golden boy. Los Angeles, when they were rebuilding, they wasn't finna rebuild for too long because they were losing money. That's why LeBron went over there. Other than just that, just because he wanted to be a Laker, no, because he literally said when he went back to Cleveland the second time that I want to finish here. I want to play here, and then he left. Why did he leave when he said that?
Man, if people were paying attention, they knew that was bullshit. The man was setting up shop in the.
I ain't gonna go there. Well, his mama was living it up with Delonte West the first time he left. Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going. My bad.
Look. The problem is, I don't think anybody's listening. I don't think anybody's listening.
I shut up.
The problem is not the fact that he left and went to another team, which a lot of LeBron fans like to bring up. They love to say, oh, he's not the first one to go to another team. He's not the one to play the power trip. Every player has played the power trip. Why? Because they have the right to do that. If you are as great as Michael Jordan, you as great as Shaq, you as great as Magic Johnson. Shaq tried to play that power trip 2 times. He failed 2 times. So the fact of the matter isn't that Shaq or LeBron used his power. That's not the issue. The issue is that using that power to bring on, like Devontae said, these guys are top 10 players in the league. Chris Bosh, you can say Kyrie, he's on the outskirts of top 10, depending on like which year that you want to say that. But Chris Bosh was arguably a top power forward in the game. Dwayne Wade is arguably the best besides Kobe at that time as a shooting guard. Okay, those are 2 top 5, 2 top 10 players on one team with the greatest player in the game. That's what we have an issue with. You combine this, it's supposed to be a league of competition, but it's no longer a competition when you teaming up with all the greatest players. And this is why a lot of people have issue with that.
It became an arms race at a certain point. We have multiple examples of players teaming up, but it's when they did that. When the old Rockets team, when it was Charles Barkley and Scottie Pippen teaming up, they were old as dirt. When was it 2004 Lakers? It was Gary Payton and then Karl Malone, old as dirt again. It's just different time. I think it's different when you're older and then you go to ring chase. And then when you in your prime, you 20, 25, 26, and you doing that, I personally can't respect that. Just personally, though. I'm not going to blame nobody for it, but it's just personal feelings about the league.
You know what, Devontae? And Sam, K-Styles, and Mad Mike, guess what? The Golden State Warriors hold some accountability, too, because they courted them. They got in their feelings because they had the best regular season record of all time, lost to LeBron and Kyrie, and said, okay, all right, we need help. So, hey, KD like, fuck it. I can't deal with Russell Westbrook. And you know what? Back then, everybody sided with Russell Westbrook. But goddamn it, give me what the fuck done happened since then? What is Russell Westbrook doing now? Beefing with goddamn what's that boy name? Skip Bayless. Man, Russell Westbrook. I heard somebody that Devontae. You said Durant done caused turmoil. Boy, shit. Well, what the hell has Russ done? Went to Washington, huh? Well, no, went to Houston, huh? Went to Washington, huh? Out in L.A., boy, they about ready to make him fish food. They love him so much out of L.A., they want to bring in Kyrie, who think the world is flat. I'll shut up.
I can agree with that.
I'll shut up.
With Westbrook, he is a highly inefficient ball dominant player. So it is going to cause some discourse, because if he's not getting his triple double, it's like, what's going on? And then mostly times when he's getting that triple double, they're losing because he's not really doing much on when you can look at the stats and say these are great stats, but when you watch the game, this man is literally missing mid-range shots by hitting the side of the backboard. This is the NBA. You can't do that. So there's certain things that you can like look at his game and just cross off and be like, he's just not good at that. Is he ever going to be good at it? We don't know, because he's in his 30s now. That's just him at this point. And he's making $47 million, and they talking about bringing him off the bench. That's going at a certain point. That's going to sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
We talking about the same Russell Westbrook that don't play defense neither.
We talking about the same Russell Westbrook that come up to the game looking like a flamingo. Yeah, we know that.
Well, at any rate, ladies and gentlemen, getting back to Atlanta Hawks. Personally, I like the direction that they're going in. The ownership and front office stood by what they said. Check it now. Check it now. I think I put it in now. Back there. They said they was gonna make it. They said they wasn't gonna sit on their hands in the offseason, and they haven't. They stayed with the 16th pick. I don't know anything about AJ Griffin, other than he played at Duke and he's 6'6", and he should have been drafted higher. But injuries dropped him down to 16. Don't that sound familiar with our last pick from Duke, Jalen Johnson? So hopefully at any rate, he gonna have to pan out. They went out. They made the splash trade. Now you got fans. Our fans want us to some kind of way pull it out the air to go get DeAndre Ayton. I don't see how it's gonna happen. Looking at the books, looking at our cap situation, I don't know, but I honestly think right now we're okay. It's a chemistry thing, like Devontae said. As you know, you bring in guys that the coach is familiar with. Okay, Holiday. What's the other guy name? You got Holiday and what's the other guy? And Harkless. McMillan is familiar with them. So and we all know McMillan's staple is defense. I'm sure it was eating him up last year that we was 26th in defense, because if any of us remember him as a player, he was a tenacious. That might have been the best defensive backcourt in the history of the league. Him and Gary Payton, and they were some tough, and they were some nasty and mean dogs in the backcourt. They don't have a ring together because of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I'm just, in my opinion. I mean, well, Michael Jeffrey Jordan did that to a few teams, but I know it was eating them. So the chemistry thing, I still think. Guess what? Y'all gonna fall out y'all chair when I say this. I think Trae Young still got a little more growing to do. I think he can get even better, but it has to start up here with him. All right, folks got to stop absolving him when he fucks up. That's my issue. No. My issue is absolving him when he fucks up and then pointing the finger at other people. All right. We all know he's going to give us 29 and 10. Or 29 and 9 or whatever. We all know he's going to give us that. I'm not discounting his numbers. Yes, he's averaging almost 10 assists a game. I just like to see him average at least 3 of those assists a game feeding the post. Okay, because guess what? When you get in the playoffs, everybody gonna play you for the lob, Trey. Everybody gonna play you for the lob. And that's what happened against Miami. I don't think Miami's defense was that stifling. He was still getting around them. His shot was a little off.
You know why I got a problem with it? The only reason why I have an issue with that is because this is why John Collins was on the trade block to begin with.
He stayed hurt too much for one.
He can't feed the post. Nobody has a post game. Nobody on that team has a post game.
Can I add a quick statement to that?
Go ahead.
Just a quick. John Collins can't post up a damn guard.
That's bullshit. Yes, he can. He can post up a guard. What he gonna do?
There's video documented evidence of his ass being moved out of the paint by a guard on several different occasions, 7 different games.
Now the refs need to do their job. A lot of times they were pushing that man out of the paint. That's a
okay,
bullshit
if you
narrative.
6'10", 230 pounds, man, goddamn it, no damn guard be able to play you.
No, the refs need to do their job.
Oh my God!
Listen, I watch every game twice. Now, have there been times where he should have did a little bit more? But still, no, that's a bullshit narrative created by folks who got a problem with John Collins or excusing somebody else. Go ahead, Sam. You cut me off for 15 times.
It's not a created thing when you're inconsistent. When you come in, you drop 25 points one game, and the next 2 games you give 2. You give 6 and maybe a rebound, maybe a damn steal. Come on, folks.
I think it's getting to the point.
You're not gonna pay a junkie to goddamn clean your limousine when it.
Sam.
It's getting to the point we have to talk about everyone, and as a unit, this Hawks team was inconsistent. Seriously, everybody. Capella can't make a shot under the rim to save his life. Collins does get moved sometimes out the post. DeAndre Hunter disappears. He does. And he is one of the most talented players I've seen when he can show it. Kevin Huerter, he will finish most nights with 6 points when he finished instead of finishing with 12. That's the reason he's gone. He's very inconsistent. Bogey, we can almost count on Bogey getting at least 13. Kevin is like hit or miss. With DeLon Wright, everyone was all butthurt about him leaving and going to Washington. The reason DeLon Wright wasn't getting the minutes is because he was scared. He was scared. For the most part of the season, he was scared. He couldn't even want to.
I'm glad somebody else saw that other than me.
So that's why he didn't get minutes. That's why Lou Williams was in the game. I don't know why people. I know he was exciting in the playoffs and in the latter part of the season. I'm glad that he turned it around. But the reason that Nate doesn't play certain players is because of what they're doing on the courts. That's why. That's the reason why we want to talk about, well, he doesn't play rookies. We drafted the 2 most rawest rookies in the draft. Jalen Johnson barely went to school. But nobody wants to bring that up. AJ Griffin is one of the youngest players in the draft. Is he going to get minutes early? No. It's called seasoning. They're going to have to get their minutes, and they want to call it the G League. The G League exists to develop players. We can't just discounting that. A lot of fans do that. The G League exists for its purpose. This team is going to do well because they have a coach that is going to put in a strong defensive mindset. Yes, I respect Coach Nate. You know, he's brought this team from out of the playoffs to Eastern Conference Finals. And no, this wasn't no fluke. It wasn't no luck. And I know a lot of people like to say, "Oh well, the reason they were second in offense because you were just spamming Trae Young and Perk and roll." Somebody has to make those shots too. So this team, as a collective unit, was second in the league in offense. So some respect has to be shown for certain people now. So
yes, it does.
And that's one of the main reasons why you go out and get another shot creator and shot maker. And like I said before, like everybody has legitimate teammate. But the issue is I always say this about football. It's about chemistry. You got to understand as a secondary and third and even a fourth scorer, you got to realize when Trey doesn't have it, when he doesn't have it, you got to step up your game. So it no longer becomes a matter, all right, Trey sucks tonight. Well, yeah, Trey do suck tonight. We saw that in the NBA Finals several times where Klay Thompson and Steph Curry didn't have it. Guess who stepped up? Wiggins. So, like I said, yeah, we're going to have those moments where Trey doesn't play. And another thing that really irritates me when I hear people say that, all right, Trey need to get better on defense. You can't teach a one-legged dog to run with 4 legs. Okay? I'm going to repeat that. You can't teach a one-legged dog to run with 4 legs. Why? Because he ain't got 4 legs. He got 1 fucking leg. Trey is never going to have, he's never going to be a good defender. He's never going to be a great defender. Is he going to be his problem? What Trey needs to work on is help defense. We can't teach him to be a better on-ball defender. We can't teach him to be a better we can't teach him that type of stuff. So this is where you create, and what we're doing with Nate and Travis Slaney, what he's doing is putting the defenders around him so we can mask those defenses. It's all about team play. Matt Ryan is never going to be a guy that's going to be able to like run around like Mike Vick. So why we expect him to be that? And I can hear people say, "Well, that's not what I'm expecting. I need him to step." Well, that's again, he's never going to be that. You can't teach Dennis Rodman to be a 3-point shooter. The expectations for players is just, and I think it's like it goes to this video game. It goes to this video game narrative that everybody you go on NBA 2K and create a 7-footer who can dribble like dribble like Stephon Marbury, dribble like goddamn Kyrie, and he can shoot threes like that. This is where the game is going. So we expect players to do things that they shouldn't be doing.
Let me add to that, Mike, real quick. Trey heard the people when they were disliking his team. Now, we can't ask him to be Gary Payton. He's not Gary Payton. Can he get better on defense? Yes. The reason I say that is because his first year, he was terrible. Since he's been in the league, he's gotten marginally better. He's heard people. He's getting better. We shouldn't expect him to be Kawhi Leonard. No, not at all. So that's why we got to expect players to get better at certain things. So like when we watched this team last season, part of the reason why this team was that bad on defense because we played Danilo Gallinari. As much as I love Danilo Gallinari, he sucks at defense. That man 6'10", nothing. That's it. That's all he do is shoot a 3. Great at doing that, but he was part of the reason the defense suffered. So I'm so glad that they're bringing in the players that are going to bring heart on that end on that end, and then have certain players that can get better. They're young. They're still a young core. They brought in Aaron Holiday. Is still young. His brother's older, but he has certainly put it together as a league. So these ain't no. I know people say this is a downgrade. It's not a downgrade really, because you're getting a 2-for-1, and then both of those players are better than Kevin Huerter on defense. I have to say that.
So let me add something right quick as far as where we go with this DeJounte Murray. Do y'all feel like that his mindset and what he wants to bring to Atlanta can resonate with the rest of the team?
I would say start from the top down, yes, because the things he is saying is literally what we know Nate. To know Nate McMillan is. So, yes, it should. As far as that starting unit, they're going to be solid, I think. Granted, no trades are made, and it's John Collins and Capella, Hunter, and then Murray. They're going to be solid. Switching. So I think his mindset is certainly going to be infectious.
With me, y'all, the jury's still out. God damn it, because he can get here and start hanging out with the Migos, and then next thing you know, he gonna be acting like Lil Ray, and I swear to God, I'm gonna want to be a sniper to get them both. So the jury's still out with me. Yeah, I said it.
Hold on, who you referring to?
DeJounte, the jury's still out.
Oh, DeJounte. Like I said, of course it is. We haven't seen him playing with we haven't seen him play with the Falcons. So, like I said, I agree. I'm not willing to give anybody who's yet to play with the team. All right, he's just gonna say he's gonna be a all-star. Well, we don't know what he's gonna look like when he plays with the team with his new teammates. He's gonna have to find his place in the offense. So you're absolutely right. Don't give everybody flowers before they even step on the field. So I want to get you guys thoughts on, because you I don't think people have heard you as far as the quarterback position, and your thoughts on the quarterback position as far as Desmond Ritter and Mariota. What are your thoughts on those guys?
I got to be completely honest with y'all. That's why I refer to y'all, because I don't know nothing about Desmond Ritter other than what I saw in college. That's not my strong point. I saw his combine. I like his combine, but hell, I like a lot of motherfuckers on how they look in shorts. I don't know how he runs a team. I know they had a high-powered offense in Cincinnati, and he was the quarterback. I refer to you guys on that. Mariota, I seen a little bit of him. I didn't see much of him in college because he played where? USC. Oh, no, he played at Oregon. And he played a spit in Tennessee. He got hurt, lost his job. I saw a little bit of Felipe Franks at Arkansas. We already know he's been converted to the fourth or the ninth string tight end. So I can't really speak on the quarterback situation. I have to really trust the brain trust, the coaching staff, to have the right guy out there against who we play week one. We play the Swampers, don't we? We play the Saints week one. Who we play week one?
We play the Saints.
Saints, yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Unlike most folks, if I don't know, I ain't gonna speak on it. That's why I refer to y'all a lot on a lot of stuff.
Well, you've seen other quarterbacks. What do you think these guys need? Because you saw Steve Bartkowski, you saw Chris Miller, you saw a lot of these quarterbacks before, even Michael Vick. Like, what do you think that these guys need to succeed?
I got to give you a generic answer. A quarterback's best friend, especially a struggling quarterback, is a run game. You got to be able to move the fucking trenches. That's been our issue. Listen, if you want to call it for what it is, 2016 was magical, but boy, the ball bounced our way a lot. Okay, we won a lot of turnover battles. We went 11-5. We could have easily went 5-11. It went down to the wire in a lot of those games. Listen, a lot of times, like in the Super Bowl, a lot of times the best two teams don't be in the Super Bowl. It be the two teams that was the hottest. Now, New England was always a juggernaut, but we went into the Super Bowl the hottest team. We were 7-5. Then all of a sudden it clicked. We won the last 4 games of the regular season, and then the train was rolling. But I'm gonna tell you another key: offensive line play. Our O-line started all 19 games. Now, that 19th game, I still have an issue with a guy starting with a broken leg. And that guy exploited in the second half of that game. Love Alex Mack. Alex Mack came here and he gave it his all, but he was ineffective after he went in halftime. and sat on that leg for damn near. He was on that leg damn near an hour because I don't know if y'all remember or not. The last possession before half, the New England Patriots had the ball damn near 30 minutes of real time. You know why? Because they had one long possession going down where it took about 15 minutes of real time. What happened? Y'all remember what happened? The pick to the house.
Okay. Yeah.
The pick to the house. So guess what? They got the ball back and held the ball for another 15 minutes, and they kicked the field goal going in the half. Then you had a long ass halftime show. Now, mind you, you got a guy sitting on a broken leg, and it stiffens up on him. So now he goes back out there and he gives it his all, but he on one leg. But at any rate, you got to be able to win the trenches. That helps out any quarterback. You got to win. No, hold on. You ain't got to necessarily always win the trenches. You got to be able to battle and compete in the trenches. I think we all agree on that. And it needs to be. We gotta be committed to doing that. Winning the trenches. I don't give a shit about looking pretty. You know, I don't care. I don't care about as long as we win the trenches or compete in the trenches. We compete in the trenches. And guess what? We got a bunch of people on this team I know zero about, other than the guys other than shit, Debo, Grady Jarrett, Jake Matthews. Those are guys that's been here since at the very least 2016, 2015. I don't know much about these guys. So I'm kind of anxious to see what's going on and how it's going to look. Good job, Braves. 9-1, 191. Yeah. We doing all of it. Our Holy Alliance do it all. Hey, Sam, how you doing, brother? I think we need to I think we need to sit down and have a talk. We need to go through therapy, okay? We need to go through therapy. I apologize for any disrespect that I forgot to get in your ass. Now,
oh my God.
But no, man, when you ask that question, I have to humbly apologize to everybody out there. I don't know much about quarterbacks. I don't know, but what I do know is we got to help any quarterback. You got to have running. Barkowski had a running game. He had William Andrews, Lynn Kane. He had a nice 1-2 punch, and then after William Andrews, Lynn Kane, we had Gerald Riggs. Well, the Falcons, for the most part, always had some type of stability at the running back. Okay, that was a couple of times where really only most recently we haven't had a stable run game. People criticize Michael Turner, but he was stability. He provided stability for Ryan. Is not Ryan without Michael Turner. Because Ryan, whenever they had to bring an eighth man in the box sometimes, and a quarterback worth his weight in salt with Roddy White and Julio Jones, Tony Gonzalez in the early Matt Ryan years, you're gonna eat up one-on-one matchups. See, a lot of times in the last 4 to 5 years, nobody respected our run game at all. Oh shit, we could drop 7 back. Hell, who's scared of Todd Gurley on one knee? Who's scared of who was our running back last year? I forgot who our running back. Who was scared of Mike Davis? Okay. Who's scared of Edo Smith? Okay, we might have to worry about Cordero Patterson because he runs hard, he runs behind his pads, but the offensive line is a work in progress. Okay, we started a rookie over here at left guard. I think the rookie took a lot. I think he took a lot of beating. He took a beating from the fan base, and I think it was unfair because number one, you moved him out of position. He's a tackle. I think he is ultimately Jake Matthews' replacement. We moved him over to guard. Hey, tackle plan. Yeah, blocking is blocking, but schemes are different. Technique is different. I think Hennessy struggled because even though he was drafted as a center, his first 2 years, where did he play? He play the guard position? So now you flipping him back to center. Okay, he seems to be a little undersized at center. He got beat up a lot at center. I felt so bad. I felt so bad for him against Vita Vale, and it was one more person. It wasn't.
It was. I don't know how to his whatever name. Hargraves. How you talking about?
But it wasn't due to lack of effort. Listen, a lot of people were saying we need to let go. I think the one lineman a lot of people had a problem with is McGarry. Now don't let him go. Don't let him go. The offensive line position, based on my knowledge, is the toughest to play, and it's the longest to develop. You're not gonna get. Listen, once every 20 years, you're gonna get an Anthony Munoz, a Larry Allen, the blind side dude. Brown. You're gonna get. But listen, man, it takes longer to develop. That's why you have a lot. That's why you have a lot of linemen who play into their mid to late 30s, because a lot of them didn't totally develop until they got into their late 20s, early 30s. So you definitely can't just give up on the line like that. You can't. You can't just go to getting. See, the Falcons are in a position to where they can't just go to cutting too many folks. You can't just go to cutting folks, because last year you got to have some guys out there with experience. You can't just go out there every year and do what we did last year. Last year we signed 38 motherfuckers. 20 of them was off the street. Like 38 undrafted free agents, like about 20 of them, the 22 of them was folks like me and you, caregivers, barbers, pimps, whatever job you do, and they just went out there and made the team. You got to have some type of experience. Folks got a little sideways and they got a little ass hurt at Arthur Smith because during the preseason, he set a lot of who he knew could do what. It was a method to that madness. And yes, we struggled coming out of the gate, but he couldn't just go out there and run A.J. Terrell, Deion Jones, Grady Jarrett, Matt Ryan, and Hayden Hurst. You couldn't run them guys out there and play and try to prove a point in a preseason game.
Especially when you getting the 2.2 inches of carry from Mike Davis.
I got 2 words that the fan base just doesn't understand. It's 1, it's experience. 2, it's cohesiveness. It's not a pickup game. Just grab this left guard and he'll just do substantially better. But just grab this right tackle, he's gonna play way better. The whole team's gonna play better. They gotta learn how to play together. And you can't learn how to do that unless you play together. So that's why this team is bringing back the exact same offensive line, because they gotta play together and develop together.
I felt so bad for Mike Davis, man, because the majority of the time I seen him running, he was running hard. He was running behind his pads. It just didn't work. I wish him the best. I think he signed with the Ravens, didn't
he? Yeah, he went to Baltimore.
I think a lot of people in our fan base shitted on him unfairly, because the whole team was a work in progress. You know what I mean? The whole team was a work in progress.
Yeah, but here's my thing. Okay, to answer Kev's question, I think most of the people in here have heard my thoughts on Mariota and Ritter. Perfect signing. honestly, and perfect pick. Perfect pick. He. What I like about Ritter is his pocket patience, not presence. His patience.
Yeah.
That boy know how to extend plays without having to take off.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Now, what's been coming up in camp? Apparently he has some leadership qualities. To me, our situation right now, this is Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes. The way it's set up. This man hold the clipboard for one season. You know what I'm saying? Learn all the verbiage, but it may not be that on the flip side. I mean, he may have picked up all of everything right off. We don't know. But looking and listening to Arthur Smith, that's what it sounds like.
I'm gonna say this, Sam. I'm pretty sure y'all agree with me on this. Of course, as fans, you're gonna always be optimistic, and you're gonna hope for us to. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was in shock that with 2 games left, we was in the playoff hunt. I was in shock when I looked at and I was in shock not because I didn't feel good about my team, because I didn't have confidence in my team, because I looked at what we had. I looked at, I was in shock that we was with week 15 or 16, we was still in the playoff hunt.
We were still competing.
That was coaching.
Well, we were still competing. Now, with that being said, if it goes a little south, somewhere around week 8, between week 8 and week 10, in my opinion, then would be the time to take that clipboard out of Ritter's hand and say, "Okay, wow. It's your show wow. From here on out."
Wow.
You give Mariota his shot. You give Mariota.
But you okay? Just for hypothetically speaking, okay, if we get to we talking. You said week 8. Let's say at that point we're what 4-2 or 5-2, and then
no, you don't. No, we 4-2 and 5-2. You don't take the clipboard out of Ritter's hand. You let Mariota run with it.
He said South, Sam. He said.
So what you saying? 4-3?
No, I'm saying let's say week 8, that's a little early because now we're in a 17-game season. Let's say between week 10 and week 12. Let's say week 12, we done already had a bye week. That means we done played 11 games. Let's say we 4-7. Go on and take that clipboard out of Ritter.
Yeah, I mean, a situation like that,
Yeah, okay, I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking about that. We 7-4. Hell no, you don't take the. Hell no, you don't sit Mariota if he's named the starter. Yeah, you let him ride it out, and let's see. You never know. Hey, lightning can strike in the bottle. See the Cincinnati Bengals.
I think we need to go deeper when it comes to that. When y'all saying, 4-7, 7-4, what's going into that? So, when I say if we're 4-7, is Mariota struggling or is it the offensive line struggling? To me, if the offensive line struggles, I don't want to throw Ritter out there. I don't want to get him beat up after that. I want
fair point.
They get fair point. Get to be cohesive and sorry, Mariota, you got to take these lumps. And then we make sure if we feel like Ritter's ready for the next season, make sure he doesn't have to take the lumps that Mariota.
I still would like for him to go out there to possibly take a lump so he can see game speed in a real game. Because up to that point, the only game speed he's gonna be unseen is during preseason. I still would like to see him for him to see game speed in a real game. Let's say something happened where let's say we handed to him week 13, and let's say as long as he don't tear an Achilles or an ACL or something like that, as long as don't nothing like that happen, I'm not against it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you play Marcus the entire season, good on it. That's cool because I mean you got him for 2 years anyway. Now, where you playing with house money at is if you don't go through any major injuries, you back your way into the playoffs. Yeah, okay, you might get sent home in the first round. That's cool, but now you're playing with house money. Okay, so now guess what? If Ritter is ready and Marcus has shown his worth, that helps. That's possible draft capital. You could get a third or fourth round pick. Okay, damn. Mariota can get it done. He played with that shit. He took that bullshit and allowed him to the playoffs. I don't care what they think. Okay, yeah, motherfucker, give me a fourth round pick for him. And give me a fourth round pick and an outside linebacker and shut up.
Right.
So, it's good for, Marcus Mariota playing well is going to bode well for the Falcons anyway. And then if he don't, you signed up for 2 years. 2 freaking years.
Agreed. His success just means more to the Falcons than putting Desmond Ritter, starting Desmond Ritter at any point during the season. Because if he plays like a quality quarterback, I tell people all the time, the Falcons don't get a pick for that regardless because he's proven himself to be a quality quarterback. So I agree with Devontae. There's 2 circumstances why I don't play Desmond Ritter. The offensive line is still playing like they for the most part, and having him in the game, I will put Felipe Franks as the number 2 before I put Desmond Ritter at the number 2. For the simple fact, I don't want him playing with lesser talent and just throwing him and then ruining his career before it even gets started because he's playing with guys that's not, especially the offensive line that hasn't had chemistry and they haven't come together. You don't throw a rookie in there and just say, "All right, go do what you do," because that's essentially what they did. Was Justin Fields with bringing me to this question for King Quest. And everybody, I need everybody's honest opinion, not their emotional opinion. Okay, why are there still fans who still mad we didn't draft Justin Fields over Kyle Pitts, and the same fan base who don't support those teams? Why?
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Because a lot of their moms wish they had took the morning after pill. Don't even waste your time with no shit like that. I can't communicate with small brain motherfuckers, man, and that's what they are. They small brain. I can't do it because my patience. The older I get, the less. Listen, I don't have the patience for that. I can't talk to an ignorant. That's why I ain't in none of them dumbass groups. A lot of bird game. Yeah, I said it. You don't like it? Fuck you. You can't do nothing to me. ATL all talks. You don't like it? So fuck you. You can't do nothing to me. Okay? Yeah. And call my phone if you want to. I'm gonna say the same shit. All right? I can't talk. Red and black. I can't deal with them small brain motherfuckers. I really can't. And I don't give a shit. And I don't give a shit what you think about me. I really don't. Okay? All right. My address is 6315 Beaver Creek Trail.
No, we're not doing that.
College Park, Georgia, 30349.
Okay. This dude literally just brought out the M60 on there.
I really don't give a shit. So listen, don't entertain it. I can't talk to small brain motherfuckers like that. I really can't. Okay, my brain is not that big, so I'm not going to continue to shrink my brain by talking to sacks of shit like that. Okay, I frequently say if I argue with a dumb motherfucker, it's 2 dumbasses arguing, so I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I argue with Sam because Sam is knowledgeable. Okay, I don't have a problem arguing with Sam. I argued with TJ yesterday because he's knowledgeable. Okay, that's why the unholy alliance is so fucking powerful because we're knowledgeable, stubborn motherfuckers. But listen, I don't mind arguing with somebody, but I can't talk to small brain motherfuckers. Did I just give Sam some credit? Oh my god!
Hey, everybody bring the fruit out, boy. He just gave him some damn credit on it.
Oh boy!
Listen, listen to the young man I'm just gonna say what that other grumpy old motherfucker said twice over. Because you wasting time on folks that got less brain activity than pond water.
This man here. Good God.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
I can give you an honest answer to that question. If y'all could just look at y'all screen real quick, and y'all see, I think that's Grady Jarrett. Is that Grady Jarrett in the background?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yep.
Can you tell me what color that jersey is?
Oh, wow. Oh yeah.
That's why they mad. That's why they mad. It's not. They don't have the next Michael Vick. That's why. That's why
I said it before.
See, I wasn't even gonna go down.
They were looking for James Evans, and they got 2 Michael Evans, and they've been mad ever since.
It don't matter who it is. If it ain't Malik, it's got to be Bryce Young. If it ain't Bryce Young, it's the next black dude. Desmond Ritter ain't gonna never be good enough. And I'm being honest when it comes to that.
They really need to go Google that man.
You know what? Hey, I'm glad you mentioned that, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. This past off season was so. I was on a fucking roller coaster, man, because now I had emotional ties to this shit. You know what I mean? I had emotional ties to this shit. But guess what? I'm so proud of myself because I remained a fucking Falcon. Everybody know my affiliation with one of those guys who you just mentioned, but I remained a Falcons fan. You know what I mean? And guess what? I'm gonna get me a Malik Willis Tennessee Titans jersey. Yeah, I mean, so if somebody see me with a Malik Willis Tennessee Titans jersey on, fuck you if you think I'm cheering for the Titans. No, but listen, man, what I give a shit about is bringing home the Lombardi Trophy. I don't give a shit that they got Brian Snicker, Uncle Fester looking like ass. I don't give a damn who is that quarterback. I don't care. I really don't. You know, it don't matter. Listen, man, bringing home the bacon is all that matters. Just bring it home. Listen, as a fan of the Braves and the Georgia Bulldogs, I got spoiled. I loved. Let me tell you something, man. Man, when the Braves won that championship last year, man, I was in the house crying like a little broad. You'd have thought somebody died.
Hey, at least you truthful. At least you tell the truth.
I mean, you know, and I wasn't boohooing. I ain't had an ugly cry, but you know, I felt a sense of relief.
That would have been a cry for you.
I felt a sense of fuck you with a machete. But anyway, I felt really, I felt a sense of relief. I felt a sense of relief each time when both of those franchises won. I was like, you felt like I was like, okay, I can breathe now. You know what I mean? I can breathe now. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to breathe. You ain't and look and let me tell you something, motherfucker. Like Perk told Draymond about 2 weeks ago. Draymond, you called me on. He said, Draymond, you're not handsome. Sam, you're not handsome. You're not handsome. Be talking about me.
That don't mean the beans. The old question fucking part.
When it comes to the Braves, man, I have to agree with how Chauncey felt because the last time the Braves won a championship, y'all know when the last time the Braves won a championship? I was born.
Yeah.
And look, me and that old fart over there might be the only motherfucker on this damn panel that I've seen both them goddamn all 4 of them wins.
Listen, when The Braves won it in '95. The Braves won it in October 25th, 1995.
Yeah.
Chauncey was 4 weeks old. It's so amazing. It's so ironic. When the Braves won it this year, my youngest grandchild, Bentley, his name, what black folk named the kid Bentley? But Bentley,
the same one that ain't
be surprised.
Mercedes.
Chauncey is his daughter.
Bentley was 8 weeks old. I pray that the next time I win to see the Braves win the championship, it won't be with Bentley's child. You know,
oh my goodness.
What the fuck? You know,
wow.
But hey, listen. All we want is to win a championship. How it happens, we can sit up here and speculate, and we can sit up here and guess and talk about and argue. Okay, that's what we do. That's why we unholy, and we're the unholy alliance. Hey, fuck with it if you can, y'all. But anyway, hey, man, it don't matter. At the end of the day, there's always there's no SOP, brothers. There's no SOP on how to win a fucking championship. There's no standard operating procedure. You just go out there. Hopefully, you got a competent front office. Hopefully, you got competent coaching and position coaches. And hopefully you got competent players and all this shit meshed together. And at the end of the day, you watch it. You standing up on the confetti. That's it. You know who it is. I think a lot of times we put too much into who it is. Okay, listen. I wish Justin Fields the best. Okay, I kind of hate he went through what he went through. I think I think it was kind of tough what that kid went through. And I think it was real tough. And I thought it was kind of fucked up that folks kind of took enjoyment off seeing him. I guess they say he was crying on the side, whatever. I don't know. I don't get off on no shit like that. I ain't that type of fan. You know, that's the small brain motherfuckers that I was talking about. You know, I'm not doing that. You know, but I think he kind of got thrown into the fire too soon. I think they rushed him in, and they did it under pressure from the fan base and the media and all that stuff there. And you know, I don't know if they realize it or not. He got set up for failure.
Yeah,
he got set up for failure. Now he already on his second coach now, ain't he? Didn't they fire the coach? You know, but that's the problem. I wasn't gonna go there, Devontae. That's the problem. You know, they mad because Matt Ryan's mama had sex with a guy named Matt, and they had sex with a guy named Mike. You know, I don't. Hey, man, look. Hey, I'm just calling it for what it is. You know, I mean, I'm just calling it for what it is, and it's ignorant as fuck, man. I despise that ignorant shit. You know, I've had folks go as far to call me a coon because I was defending Matt Ryan. Now, a motherfucker would say that shit to my. Yeah, I've been called a coon. Okay. Yeah, all right. Bro, I don't play like that, bro. I sleep in your backyard for 3 days. Don't ever do that. Don't you ever do that. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that with somebody. Don't handle me like that. Don't handle me like that, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna think it's a joke and you're gonna think it's a game, and then you're gonna look in your inbox and you're gonna see a picture of your home, your 2 cars in your mailbox. You're gonna see. I'm not saying that's what I did, but I'm saying it's a possibility that can happen. You may be at an Amoco gas station on Wesley Chapel, and you get tapped on the back of your neck with an equalizer. Don't do that.
Glenwood 920.
You may be coming out of a Walmart in Butterback, Alabama, with some Levi Dockers on, and be like, "Really? Yeah, really." You think it's a dope? You think it's a game? We're not doing that. And no, ain't no stick talk, ain't no gangster talk. It's art of war over here with the Unholy Alliance. We would rather pray. We would rather pray with you than pray on you. Okay. We would rather, we would rather pray with you than pray on you. Two different words, two different spellings.
In other words, find something safe to do.
Mike, please make that the new intro of the
I'm already.
Hey, we're gonna put that into effect soon, right there.
Hey, bro. Hey. I ain't no smarter than y'all. Y'all gonna come up with shit too, so it's all good.
Right. But getting to that question that was asked as far as the Justin Fields, it's gonna be kind of like what Devontae said about it. I think what the issue people have is by I want us to win by what I know. Right. We know Justin Fields. We know they know Justin Fields because Justin Fields is the hometown kid. We wanted a Malik Willis because he's a hometown kid. But the issue is if it's not done in the way that they want to, that's where the vitriol comes from it. It's kind of what Chauncey said about being spoiled by seeing Georgia and the Braves winning the way that they want to do it. It's the same thing. Some of the fans want the Falcons to win the way that they envision the Falcons to win. But let's be honest. We don't damn know. Look at the top of the screen. We don't damn know.
Wish we could zoom into it.
Well, tell everybody to kiss the screen. They can see it close in. But hey, Chauncey, say that thing one more time. We pray for you. We don't pray on you.
We would rather pray with you or for you than to pray on you. We would rather pray with you or for you than to pray on you.
TJ, if you watch that on the shirt.
Two different spellings. Listen, don't make us go there. Don't let it fool you now. We want to keep it. We want to keep it in between the white lines. If I got to go outside the white lines, a lawyer gonna probably be needed.
Get the yellow tape.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because if I'm facing any type of time, I'm on the run. I ain't sitting down.
And trust me, that motherfucker can't run.
There you go, man. Got 100 pounds on me, man.
So we gonna enjoy every last bit of it. Stay in your lane.
Please.
If you're not smarter than the fifth grader, stay in your lane.
Listen, and if you don't have a lane, create you one and then stay in it.
Right.
It's not fucking rocket science, but
excuse me. By the way, I just want to get this real quick, because I did this movie I saw last night.
Sam, be
and
careful.
The Uncomfortable Gentleman.
Be careful, Sam. Be careful. I will meet
The Uncomfortable Gentleman. There was a lesson taught, and there was a moral to that story. Just because you sit at that table, that don't mean you the only person invited to that table.
Well, I don't care whether I'm invited or not. I keep $40 on me. I'm sorry.
I mean, well, we eat where we want to eat. We too old to give a fuck about what.
I ain't gotta be at the table. I ain't gotta be at the table. I just got paid yesterday.
Mike, I need that one.
Well, we're gonna
All I'm saying is, you know, just real quick now. You know, when you think you're the smartest person in the room,
Oh my God, Sam.
you usually the dumbest. Because there's always somebody that knows a little something. It may not be everything. It may not be all of it. It may not even be some of it. In your case, it was none of it. So, boy, that was a funny movie last night. I'm just saying. That was a funny movie last night.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's a hard thing when you realize on live television that you're not the smartest man in the room.
It's okay to be smart. It's okay to attempt to be overly smart.
Listen,
but when you become an overly smart, dumb motherfucker, you probably need to try another line of work.
Yeah. Them. What he said.
Look here, man. I gotta get, man. I don't know how much time we got, K-Styles and Mike, but I gotta get. So y'all.
We're about to close now.
Okay.
We're about to close it right now anyway.
Okay.
And like I said, if anybody don't know what he just said, I'm gonna give it to you in the most simplest phrase ever. A hit dog will holler. Bam.
A hit dog.
So we're gonna go ahead and watch.
I'm just saying, I ain't real high on the totem pole, but you got folks out here doing podcasts mimicking, you know what I'm saying, wearing tank tops and things, you know, but
I'm not you Sam, stop. I'm not letting you to do that. Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Listen up, folks. We're not gonna stain y'all with our dysfunctional side of the family. Hey man, look at here. I'm gonna speak for my man, the 6-man K-Styles, Mad Mike, Big Sam, Devontae. I'm your man, OG Truth Person. Around here, we always seek and speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. 6-man take over.
All right, man. We definitely appreciate everybody tuning in for this Friday Night Madness with the Unholy Alliance. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and keep the support. Make sure you go follow OG Truth Hurst. Make sure you go follow OG Big Sam. We got Feli Sports around here. We got GSA Tim, AFN, Heavy Hitters, 6-man K-Styles, Mad Mike Sports. We always tell you, we ain't here to play. We here to stay.
Oh yeah,
you ain't gotta go home. And if you don't like it, my man's gonna give you a few words for you, if I can find them.
And if you two don't like it, you can just pass the blunt to the nigga on your left.
Goofy ass up out of here.
Deuces.